Well, I'd already put out a video about my problems with the FX30. That camera cost me thousands of dollars in losses. And I was really unhappy about it. So I had to go and I bought a Canon camera. The Canon camera is belted out that video. Click, 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 solid. But, you know, I've always been a Sony man. My father's a Sony man. So I thought, well, you know, one bad mistake. So I started looking at other Sony cameras and said, wait a minute, little bird got in my ear. And I started to do some research, and I found out even on the new A7 V, they got major problems. Major problems. New camera, brand new, major problems. And so I got to do some research because I can't afford to have whoever sells me a camera sell me a piece of shit and cost me thousands of dollars. They're not going to offer to fix it. So I did the research, and I found out, in fact, I actually found an article somebody wrote about Sony has been hiding a bunch of continual camera problems. Wow. So I didn't take that verbatim. I did my own research, and I found out. Oh, my goodness, did I find out. Recent Sony camera issues. A7 IV, FX3, A1, A7R5 have boot loop failure. Major problem. Multiple high-end models are experiencing a mysterious repeated failure to start, often described as a boot loop. Well, I didn't know that. Sony's been hiding it, just like the article said. They said Sony's been hiding a bunch of failures. Then it also came out, the Sony A7 IV firmware 6.0. The update caused significant issues. I'm reading the facts to you. Then there was the A7 IV FX2, FX30 overheat performance problems. Then there was the Sony A7R3 image corruption. Then there was Sony 16 to 35 millimeter f2 GM lens issue caused cameras to malfunction and refuse to operate. Then there was Sony A7R5 autofocus problems were reported to have inconsistent eye autofocus, and I verified this is all true. Sony has been deceiving us and cheating us because they're releasing cameras that are crap. Now, I'm shocked because I was always a Sony man. And I'm really irritated because they cost me money. You know, I paid a premium price for Sony, expecting to get a premium camera, but we're not getting it. Tons of failures that they hid. In fact, on the FX30, I think they had 3 failures on software upgrades to fix the problems that didn't get fixed. So I wanted to put out this video. Now, I know occasionally companies have problems with camera. They're complicated. But Sony has had problem after problem after problem after problem and deceived us and put the cameras out there. In my case, I bought it, spent 3 weeks, couldn't tell the bug was there till we get the film up, and bam, major problem. Okay? Directly from the camera, found out Sony finally acknowledged the problem. They cost me thousands of dollars. They cost me more than the crappy-ass camera was worth. Okay? But I expect better than that from Sony. So I'm sharing this info because there's a bunch of guys on YouTube that tell you how great these cameras are. Oh, they did have a little bug, but they got it fixed. And they're lying out their ass because they want to make money. This is the problem with YouTube. Too many of these guys are little con artists. They'll tell you anything to get you to buy something so they can get a $90 commission, you know, or $50 commission. You know, that's the sad thing about all these supposed, well, it's a great camera. We tested it. And half these guys may not have seen it, and they're lying. They don't know a damn thing about cameras, some of them. But anyway, I wanted to share that, people. I wanted to share it with you about what Sony's been doing. The CEO of Sony should resign continual failures. Used to, you didn't have these problems with the Sony camera, but there they are, continual problems. You know, I have to work hard for my money. I pay Sony that premium price. I didn't get premium. I got a piece of junk. So anyway, I'm telling you, you guys share it. All these guys that are pushing some of these cameras, like the A75 came out immediately with problems. And they're up there, oh no, it's a great camera. It's a great camera. Oh, but they fixed that bug. There's some really sorry people on YouTube who will say anything to you to take money out of your pocket.